right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of LevelFox. I almost said late in the game, but that's my personal YouTube channel. But we're here for LevelFox today. I've got a very special guest in today on what we are dubbing this show the Sitdown. So I don't know why, but at this moment in time, LevelFox is everything the showdown, the Sitdown. So we're rolling with the TSs at this point in time. But a little backstory on my guest today before I tell you guys who he is. We had a little bit of a mission because we wouldn't have had Glenn in today. Now, Glenn is the CEO currently of NIBBLE Esports. Unfortunately, Glenn couldn't make it today. I was on the phone chatting with Ruth. If you guys know NIBBLE Esports, Ruth is also extensively involved there. I think she's the El Presidente.
Yeah, El Presidente.
El Presidente at the moment.
Queen Bee.
The Queen Bee. And I was like, damn, dude, like, I have the space. Obviously, Glenn's health is more important than anything else. I don't want to divulge too much, but he's okay. Don't worry about that. And I was like, Ruth, can we maybe get somebody else on NIBBLE? Maybe Mo? I don't know who we can get in here. And then it just hit me like a ton of bricks. My homie Dayle, aka Forealzies, sitting across from me. I'm gonna give him a welcome now. But he jumped on an Uber. And he said, for sure, I'll come. I think, Dayle, you only had an hour's sleep last night?
Yeah.
So before we talk, welcome. Thank you so much for filling in the spot today.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Your gamer tag, or as your on-name pseudonym, is Forealzies. So
it is indeed.
If you guys don't know, it's just twitch.tv/Forealzies, right?
Forealzies XD.
XD.
Yeah.
We will put those details down in the description below for all you lovely people out there. But me and Forealzies actually go way back. Now, we know of each other for years. We've been in and around the same circles. We grew up in the KZN rolling lovely hills of Durban, which is forever be
Heat City, yo.
Heat City, or Poison City, right? Am I right? So me and Dayle go way back. So the cool thing about this is, even though I know of Dayle, we never really hanged in the same circles. So we knew of each other because, you know, when you see another cool bro going around, you're like, okay, respect. I see what you're doing. But I know of Dayle. We go super way back. So the cool thing about this is I can sit here and now actually have a little hour to get to know
the homie. Yeah.
Get to know you.
Oh.
All right. So I want to go way back, Dad.
Okay.
We have Viana today. I would have spoke to Glenn, so I had a ton of questions for him, but I do the same for all the guests that come in. I want to get to know you as a person. You can go as way back as you want to, but I kind of want to know Forealzies' mindset before you got into gaming, 14-year-old teenager, angry at the world. Where were you at? Where were you at
Just
life?
knows I was angry at the world. Just knows.
Well, if you're from Durban, dude, it's just natural, right? Okay. So take us back, dude. Like, how old were you before your first vivid memory of enjoying and playing games? I guess that's the question.
Okay. That's quite an interesting question. I was always fairly lucky enough that there were a couple of gamers in the family, particularly on my mom's side. They were computer gamers. Super obsessed with things like Age of Empires, the old school Dune 2000, you know, like classics. But even before that, I'd always played like consoles and stuff. But like my real first love for PC gaming, as it so to speak, was watching my cousins, like literally sitting behind them in a little chair, like not waiting my turn, but just purely just sitting down,
enjoying it,
and just watching the older cousins play the games. You know, like things like Heretic and all kinds of classic games.
Yeah.
And I mostly grew up with consoles in my house.
So if we're taking in that era, 360, PS2, PS1?
Before that, dude.
Talking Atari.
When we talk about consoles, like I've had my hands on Ataris, like from the beginning, dude. You know, the Game Boys, you got your little square cassette, little controllers.
Showing our age a little bit.
I'm mad old, dude.
But
I'm Bully. I know I don't look it.
me. Yeah, if you don't look
We're old, bro. We got this Dorian Gray thing going down, dude. I got like a painting in my house that if it ages, then I age, dude. Like it's one of those vibes.
Me and Forealzies always joke about it that we somewhat OG gamers, but it's true though, bro. And I think we take pride of it. We've been there through all the generations. So you had your hand in Atari. You kind of grew up seeing your cousins play games and stuff, but But like, where did you have your own unit, bro? Like, did you have a console? Did you have a PC?
It would have been. So I always had consoles, always, and then again later in my life. Well, not later. It's so long ago, man. Around matric, first year varsity. Things went down with my parents and stuff, and they separated. And we moved around a lot. Didn't really have a console at the time because, money's tough and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And eventually we moved into a house that one of those same cousins, this is what quite ironic about it, because there's three of them, 3 men. And one of those same cousins moved into that same building with us. And he's like ultimate PC gamer. And he was like, he sorted me out with a PC. So it was first year varsity, and that's when I really got stuck into it.
So you had your own computer too, basically.
Yeah, I really got stuck into it.
That feeling, man. That's a good feeling.
And I think the first real game that I got absolutely obsessed with was COD 4, actually, Modern Warfare 1. It's where I got like properly obsessed.
That's crazy, bro.
Tried to join clans and stuff, was part of a clan.
Do you remember the clan name? Because...
Yo, it was some German name, dude. Yo, BVB. No, yo, I can't remember, dude.
Volkswagen.
It was like a German name, but they were obsessed with Star Wars, so we all had like ranks and stuff like that, dude. Like at the time, my gamer tag was Tenacious D because my name is Dayle, and like Tenacious D, and like then it just became Tenacious.
Yeah.
And
so that was your first activated laser with my deck.
Yeah, with my dick. And then, I kind of entered the adult world after varsity.
What did you study, bro?
I studied programming.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about it for a bit. How did you see that pan out? Was that something you always wanted to do?
I had a grand idea that didn't pan out. It's what I tell all the kids now. Like, don't be worried if you study or do something that just doesn't pan out, You try it at the end of the day.
Programming, bro.
Yeah, I had this idea that I wanted to become... like a games designer. I wanted to make games,
That's awesome. Dude.
And at the time in this country, that was kind of an impossible thing to do.
We're still catching up.
Yeah, there weren't even mobile games around at the time. This is 2007, bro.
Yeah.
Mobile games were hardly even started just yet. So there was no industry, and I ended up working doing like the back end of databases for websites.
Oh yeah.
Which is like the most boring thing in the world, dude. So I just fell out of love with it,
Yeah, but you had to pay the bills somehow, I guess, bro.
Yeah, so with the skills I did learn from it was a bit of web design.
Oh, sick.
So then translating that skill, HTML and Java and stuff, into graphic design.
Got you.
And then I became like a freelance graphic designer without a qualification. But I was like, I just winged it,
Yeah.
And this is kind of where maybe you and I would have met.
Yeah. The design world.
Yeah, because I kind of got into designing posters and stuff for bands.
Yeah.
Like band artwork and all those kind of things.
Yes.
And that's sort of probably how I met you, because then I would have started going to Burn properly.
Yes.
And then the Winston and all these crazy places.
Because I remember I always thought you were in a band, bro.
Yeah, everyone did. I was in a band for a little bit.
But you like that oak. You that oak that either needs a guitar or screaming really loud and a mic. I feel like you are one of those dudes, bro.
So I was a vocalist for a band.
Yeah, there we go.
I did scream my little...
Yes, I do remember those.
Bum off for a couple of bands.
Shorter hair?
Yeah.
Shorter hair, I remember.
Well, call it more emo, longer fringe.
Groot kyfie.
Long fringe, bro, short back end,
Yes, my fiance loves the kyfies, dude.
That's true. I'm not gonna lie, it gave me a lot of attention.
I fell in love with an emo girl. I won't lie, Machine Gun Kelly, hate him or love him, but he's shining a spotlight, bro, on a certain genre.
He's kind of bringing punk back. Yeah,
poppy punk.
You can hate him as much as you want, bro, but like, homie,
I kind of vibe him. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Homie wrote a banger of an album, dude.
He did,
I can't hate him for that, dude. I think he's a bit of a weirdo, but like,
and when Travis gets involved,
dude, that's the
then
thing.
what must you do, bro?
When Travis touches anything, it's just gold. Yeah.
Snap, bro. Snap. Okay, we digressing. So we met. I think we met kind of. It was probably the design world, probably like the Vega clicky kind of dudes, because. I studied multimedia design.
At Vega.
Yeah, and I graduated.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was a Vega kid, bro. I was shout out to my parents. Barely paid the student loans, so it wasn't like it was cock expensive, guys.
Yeah,
but
very expensive. I also went to a private institute for programming, and cock expensive.
It's cock expensive, bro.
What was it like? 70K a year or something like that.
Pretty much. We could have become a doctor or flying planes
but
right now.
you must remember that's like 15 years of work though.
True.
You know?
So would have in my study like right now.
Yeah, dude. Still trying
busy.
to become a doctor right now, dude. 35
Oh,
years old.
you doing podcasts? Your doctorate's finished? Nah, dude. It's for like an hour. An hour.
I'm a doctor of podcasts now, bro.
But it's funny you mentioned back in the day of doing poster stuff because I still did for Fire Through the Window.
Oh,
I was kind of like Maltese with Mark de la Cuera back then.
Okay.
So it was that crew. And I think we...
Yeah.
City Ball Miser Oaks.
Yeah, so Fire Through the Window. Sheldon was probably...
Sheldon.
And Keegan. Keegan is one of my best friends now.
And Keegan's now
he's a
in...
dope dude.
Keegan is now in... Is he still in South Africa?
Yeah, dude.
Is he in Peasant?
He lives in Cape Town. He's the bassist for Peasants.
Peasant.
Yeah.
You still invited me to one of the shows.
That band slaps, bro.
That
band is good.
Keegan,
Shout out Peasants.
Yo, shout out to Peasant. And shout out to Keegan because he's always been one of the real ones, dude.
Yeah, dude. He's always kept it real. Hey?
Yeah. He's like you, bro, because I always saw you guys. We knew of each other, but you were never like... Well, there's that Afrikaans guy trying to be in the English groups here in Durban.
First time I met Keegan, he gave me a hug, and that's like, you know.
Yeah, he's good.
You know, he just wrapped me in his arms.
Yeah, he's one of the real ones.
And friends since.
And Sheldon doing Moosha successful with the whole Franco van Coke and the Van Coke crew. And I mean, he's just thick into that, dude.
Yeah,
so
I think as far as I know, he's more of like a session drummer now.
Yeah, he's not, I don't think he's with the Gevaar, which was the last band with Franco, but he does perform quite a lot.
I see that there's a video coming out soon featuring like Hunter and the boys.
And the boys,
Sheldon.
bro.
Not too sure who it's for, but like, you know, I saw some things on the airwaves, some photos and stuff on the Instas, you know. Like I'm still plugged into the local music scene slightly.
Dude.
You know?
Same. I mean, I was also in a band. I was a drummer in Derbs. Shout out to Common Creatives, the homies back in the day. Still sad to this day.
With Chris, hey.
Colin,
that's
Josh.
right. Colin and Josh.
And then I don't know if you remember Ruan. He was
Ruan.
the angel voice, Ruan. But
Ruan, what a good looking man.
He's just got that chin, dude. It's just
he's the same as me, dude. Never ages.
Yeah,
like porcelain skin, dude. Like, okay, I never age. He's just way prettier than me.
Yeah, he is.
Yo, he's pretty, that boy.
Okay, we need to talk about games. Okay, it's like me and Dayle just catching up for like years of shit. Yeah. Okay, so we spoke about you going into your designing path, getting into gaming. I mean, I don't want to jump the gun, but you ever thought you're gonna? You know what? We never did say. We did say your association with NIBBLE esports, but you're a content creator. We should probably add that, right?
Yeah,
so
creator.
let's talk about that. How did that come about? What's the story behind that? How did you find out about NIBBLE? And I think in the same breath, did you ever think you're gonna start streaming? Let's start with how did you start streaming, bro?
Okay, so what's really interesting about that is that, like I told you, the first time I ever got obsessed with like gaming, with PC gaming, was like 2007 in varsity, and when I was playing Call of Duty like hardcore, and at that time I was making montages. And that's where like that bug hit me, dude.
360 no scope, baby.
Bro, I wasn't a trick shotter. You know? I was just like
highlighting good shots, bro.
Just highlighting good shots. I was pretty good with that sniper rifle. I think it was called the Invention.
Yes, I think so.
Something like
that. And this
was
still on the controller, bro.
No, this is PC, bro. PC. That's where I started getting my PC.
When did COD was kind of like late to the game when it came to PC.
I think COD was
first on the
PC.
World War ones.
Yeah,
and then it became super
COD
popular.
1 and 2 were on PC for sure.
That's true, because that was like the old World War era ones.
Yeah.
And then with
I think it was just always a multi-platform release from the beginning. But that's why they're an empire now, you know.
It's weird when you think about it, because I closely follow the CDL League currently, and it's still controller,
Big
bro.
ups to 100 Thieves, well done.
100 Thieves, well done. You guys deserve
that.
Yeah, they do, and it's back to back now.
Right now, Nate Shot's still drunk.
Nate Shot
still
is
drunk.
Shame, man. And you know, obviously, you probably know this, but for the viewers at home, Nate Shot used to be with the Green Wall at Optic Gaming and under Hex and that whole story. He then obviously got a couple of rings himself, 1 or 2 World Championships back then with the Dynasty when it was Scump. And Scump is still going today, by the way.
I can't believe that.
But he announced his retirement, huh?
Oh, really?
Finally. I think he's going to finish off the season, but he announced it.
I mean, he could come back like Shroud did. I'm just saying.
I need to make notes here because Shroud Sentinels is another discussion. But let's get back to the COD. We'll talk about that because that's also nuts. But it's weird to see how those oaks are still doing it on the stockies, bro, like on the controllers. And I thought about that
Coated on the sticks, bro.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if that's like contractual, because obviously it was first with PlayStation, Xbox. It was like obviously sponsorships. It was convenient. It's still, in my opinion, convenient to put down a console at a certain LAN or event because it just works. It's small.
I think it comes more to the case of user access.
User access.
You know, so like it makes sense to make it this game is massive on consoles, like absolutely broken.
I think it's the biggest title still in the globe, Call of Duty, the brand.
Yeah, it's
biggest
crazy.
gaming title.
So it just makes sense that when most of your players are console players, it just makes sense to make the world champs there.
Yeah.
You know, like
but now
on
it's
sticks.
But what I'm trying to say is that now it's on PC, frames win games, but they're still with the stockies, bro. So I'm wondering if that's a thing that. Why isn't there some O's that are cracked like Shroud playing COD on keyboard and mouse competing in the CDL league? It's just like a weird thing.
I don't think it's allowed, eh?
Exactly.
Like I've noticed even here in South Africa,
Like why?
The leagues are like, no, sticks only. And
For COD, why? It's just sticks only, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me, but
it's so weird for me,
I mean,
bro.
I suppose it does count, like, because like this argument versus controller versus mouse and keyboard, like,
Dude,
as streamers, we have this argument all the freaking time.
what's your opinion on it? Let's just clear the air.
I feel like there's positives and negatives for each one, you know?
But you think there's an inherent advantage for playing controller with aimers? Exactly.
No, not at all, dude.
You heard it, yeah, guys.
Have you guys played with a controller?
It's fucking hard, dude.
It's not easy,
It's
dude.
hard, dude.
Dude, I play mouse and keyboard. I got goated movement now, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I can just move everywhere I want, and I got like pinpoint accuracy. Like
It's crazy because you mentioned that and you hit the nail on the head, because I went from PC back in the day, used to LAN a lot, used to carry those old CTR or the CRT, the groot wit monitors. Yeah.
Those things are heavy, man.
Move those things. Shout
Even
out
the PC box itself was heavy.
Heavy, dude. Shout out to my old school, Gelofte school.
Yeah.
What school did you go in, Durbs, bro?
DHS, my dude.
DHS, bro.
Yeah,
Yes,
don't
bro.
judge me for that.
No, but I mean, you're Rugby Oaks. I remember you guys being quite tough, I think.
They more so a swimming school in my time. Yo, bro, water polo and swimming was like their thing.
We didn't even have a swimming pool.
Yeah, we had a pretty decent swimming pool. Yeah, rugby was like kind of dying, sort of, by the time I got to matric.
Yeah.
As far as I know, that school is more academic now than it is anything else. But I could be, I could be wrong.
You could be wrong.
Like, I don't really.
It's been years.
It's a
What
bit
school,
of a sore
bro?
spot for me, bro. I kind of got bullied there, so I don't really check up on it.
Sorry to hear that, dude.
Nah, it's chill. Maybe
Bullying
go
is a
home today.
bullshit thing, dude. I hate
Hey,
it.
dude, sometimes I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like, it depends, bro.
It doesn't make-
Who would I be now if I wasn't bullied in high school? You know what I mean?
I mean, in retrospect, yeah, if you look at a negative, you make it a positive.
Yeah.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
But still, it's just fucked up, dude. Like,
Yeah, it is, And it didn't help that I was tiny in school, dude.
Yeah,
I only
mean,
started shooting up when I was like 17, like
Yeah.
grade 11, bro.
I was the other way around. This is my size in grade 7, and then I stopped growing, dude. I shot up before all the homies. People were like, this is going to be a springbok
Bro, I
rugby
was
speler,
smaller
bro.
than you until I was 17.
You just shot up, dude.
Just shut up, dude.
But talking about bullying and stuff, I think it's a nice segue. We'll carry on your history and stuff, but I wanted to talk about this with my previous guest, and we ran out of time. We still got like a nice 35 minutes, 40 minutes left. So, toxicity in gaming, bro. Like, what the hell, dude? Now, I don't want to nail this down to an age factor, but I feel like a lot of these young homies playing games these days think they are untouchable, bro. And the shit they say, my
They
bro.
don't realize that you're not anonymous on the internet, dude.
Bro, the
That's
shit
like the
they
main
say,
problem.
dude.
Phew.
It like disgusts me, bro.
There's so many different levels to it, though. You
It's
know,
disgusting,
and like
dude.
toxicity, like level 1, using toxicity to like give you the upper hand in the game, dude. Like a little bit of BM, a little bit of teabagging,
A little rivalry. There's
a
nothing
little
wrong
bit
with
of rivalry, a
that.
little bit of shit talking. That's all
Teabagging,
right.
teabagging is also fine. Do you remember
it's
that
fine, bro.
that one tweet that gone very viral about the guy saying,
Yeah, the Apex tournament.
saying how can you teabag? It's a sexual assault
Yeah.
in a game that you're shooting people.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, and the funny thing he was teabagging his own teammate's box. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
anyways, so yo, that's chill.
That's
That's
chill,
like any any
know?
sport, bro. Like
You
playing
chill.
cricket, you tune up the batsman. It's like a normal thing. Soccer, whatever, bro.
Yeah. What I have a problem with is as soon as the people start getting sexist or
Racist, bro.
yo, then I start like I'm not a very like heated guy. I'm
Yeah.
usually quite chilled, you know. But yo, when I get heated,
You start, bro.
I start fuming. And
So are you a person that would call somebody out like
Yeah.
there and there? Be like, yo, dude,
Yeah.
you can't say that, bro.
yeah,
No, that's
yeah.
good.
I've,
on you,
I've
bro.
learned to, you know, men are trash. We got to be better, you know.
Yeah.
It's just how it is.
We have to start somewhere, and it's something that's shocking for me because I still quite play a lot of Warzone. Okay, so I'm very into my COD still. COD is in a weird space at the moment. Hopefully, the launch of Modern Warfare 2 in October. It's around the corner.
Oh yeah,
it's
it's
close,
in the
dude.
corner, hey?
And
I'll wait for the reviews.
the reviews.
Yeah, sorry, dude. I used to be a fan of COD, but
yeah, I mean, I've been dropping close to a K every year for
Yeah.
and it's like 1,000. It's ridiculous.
1.6
dude.
or something stupid now.
Do we blame the economy or is this just life, bro? Why?
Play the corporate man. The corporate man.
The man's in the suits.
The man's in the suits, man.
The man's in the suits. Activision.
They know that people are gonna buy it regardless, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's
the
pretty
sad
crazy.
thing.
Okay. All right. I want to hone it back into Nibble. I will definitely get Glennon on
Yeah.
another time. We were talking about how you got your spot as a content creator.
Oh, yes,
And
yeah.
Nibble. How did that come about?
Okay, so we were saying like how I thought about content. So like I said, I started with, you know, those videos back in the day,
Yes,
COD.
yes.
And then I went years without any gaming
Yeah.
at all because I entered the adult world, became a barista, well, a graphic designer, then a barista.
I think
and
that's
then-
why I also remember you as the coffee guy.
And I could never afford a console or a PC or anything like that. And then around about just before COVID, like literally just before COVID,
So it
like
says-
a week before COVID, I was about to leave South Africa.
You're about to leave.
Yeah, I was gonna move to Dubai. Got offered a job as a trainer slash barista slash roaster at a
That's
new
a huge
roastery.
opportunity.
It was a
bro.
massive opportunity for me because I was gonna be paid in, you know, like AEDs.
Like
You know, live in a different country. I've never
dude.
left South Africa before, so it was an opportunity. So what happened was I decided to to go visit my mum's for like a week or two before I bailed. You know,
Where's Mama live?
mom's lives in Klerksdorp, bro.
Okay,
in
Klaks.
Noordwest.
Noordwest.
Ja,
Okay.
as
Wait.
Afrikaans ouens, hoe gaan dit?
Maar you very English, bro.
Ja, bro.
Maar is jy Afrikaans ook?
Ek kan Afrikaans
Is 'n
praat.
hidden Afrikaner.
My van is mos Visser.
Linse vis, dude.
Yeah, so I grew up in Klerksdorp in Northwest until I was 12 and then
Very
moved to Durban.
Afrikaans, yeah.
Very Afrikaans. But yeah, so COVID happened and I lost that opportunity because obviously no travel and
That's where the
hospitality
story is
industry.
going. Shit,
Yeah,
dude.
hospitality industry collapsed completely, you know.
Dude.
So being like a professional in that field for like, I don't know, it was like 10 years or something
Yeah, over it, bro.
ridiculous, you know, like, and it was going to be impossible to find another job because of COVID.
Yeah.
I decided that I would try and find like work elsewhere and maybe start a new career. And in the meantime, I was like, let me get back into gaming, you know, and my mom's and I scrounged up a little bit of money, paid 5K for like a tower.
Yeah, just like a very entry
a little
level.
second-hand tower. I had to travel about 130 k's to Potch to go pick it up from this bra, you know, young Gumtree sale, you know what I mean?
Classic, dude.
And then I set that bad boy up, and I fell in love again with, you know, gaming. And I was like, let me do content. I've got time.
yeah.
And started streaming using my cell phone as my camera
As
and
your
my
camera.
mic.
Damn, dude. I feels you, bro. I feels you.
Right, every now and then I see one of those old school clips, and you just hear like the echo and the sound is bad.
noise gate's not
and
even
like,
there.
yo, it's horrible. But at the time, you didn't know better, really, bro.
You were trying, bro. You were doing
were
gigs.
trying, yeah.
I used my work's MacBook little camera key.
Yeah.
And that was my first one
Yeah,
too.
yeah, dude.
Off my PS4. I
What
didn't
was-
even have a PC.
I'm trying to
dude.
remember what was the first game I played.
What was your first stream?
I think it was God of War. Not
Damn.
gonna joke, eh?
Damn, what a good one to start
Yeah,
with.
I
bro.
think it was God of War because shout out to my homie Nick.
Yeah.
He saw that I had this interest now and he was like, okay, let me get you a PlayStation.
Oh,
and then
sick.
I was able to use remote play.
Oh yes.
So I used remote play
play
to
his
the
titles.
PC because the PC wasn't strong enough to play game and stream.
Yeah.
And I played God of War, dude. It was a
That's
first
sick,
stream.
dude.
It was pretty dope.
So you start streaming, you get into the vibe, get into the community.
Yeah, so I started streaming, like how I did it in the beginning was like I got obsessed with watching Twitch and South Africans and stuff before I started streaming, and sort of building a community before I
Getting
even
to know
started
everyone.
streaming, you know, and
Yeah.
then joined like a Discord community, you know, got involved and stuff like that.
Which, before you carry on, is very important, dudes, because a lot of guys are out there going like, nobody's seeing me and stuff. Dude, you gotta get involved.
Yeah.
You gotta do shit, bro. You can't
Yeah.
just sit there
And hope that people follow you. If
You-
you're not willing to put in the work to follow them, kind of thing.
or
you
just
know?
be in people's chats, bro.
Yeah,
Changes.
exactly. So,
Yeah.
and I've always felt like that. I've always been very community driven. And yeah, so I started streaming and joined like a community, the Dope Does,
Okay.
which is like a community of creators from all over the world.
Yes.
Mostly from Dubai, actually.
Wow.
Dubai, South Africa.
Full circle,
a couple
bro.
of people from England,
Okay.
quite a few people, and it was dope, dude. Because when I started streaming, I hit affiliate in the minimum time required.
Like super quick.
They
Not
say
that-
you had to do, I think it was 5 streams.
Yeah, and you just hit that shit.
Yeah, on
wow.
my 5th stream.
Wow, that's cool, bro.
Something like you had to have 50 followers.
Yeah, and X amount of streaming
and 4
hours.
viewers per like
Average of 3 and above.
3 and above.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I hit that within the first 5 streams.
So you were like, okay, something's happening.
Yeah, something's happening. Yeah, like I think I can do
Can
this.
do
You
this.
know? And that's with the horrible equipment I have. And this is a piece of advice I need to give everybody. If you're thinking of streaming, don't go and buy the most expensive equipment off the bat.
Yeah, dude.
It's not gonna help you.
Yeah, as long as
'Cause
your
it's-
vibe is good, bro.
Yeah, like streaming is not for everyone. I mean, it's tough. It's mentally taxing. You are not gonna play your normal game that you play when you're offline.
Yeah.
You are not gonna be goated.
Yeah.
You know, you're
Yeah.
gonna have to entertain at the same time. You're a presenter.
Yeah.
You're like everything. You know,
A little bit of everything.
You're the guy that controls all the cameras.
Alias.
Like you do Alice, bro.
Yeah,
It's a
doing
tough
Alice.
job. It's a tough
And
job. Everything's
entertain.
in front of you, and you got to do everything. You know?
And then people still expect you to take out the whole lobby, bro.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. So if you're thinking of starting to stream, don't go out and go buy the most expensive mic off the bat or the most expensive camera. Get something, affordable.
Yeah.
And then see if you like streaming first. Stream for a little while, see if you like it.
Feel
and
it
then,
out.
Then
Yeah.
you can start investing in some stuff.
And also, don't try and play the latest and greatest game. This is the most important tip. And me and Forealzies got thousands of hours of streaming under our belt, and we're not big in any sense. So, but we have a community. We've got traction. Like we said, the why Forealzies in here today. He's signed with NIBBLE Esports. I'm signed with Omnius Gaming, so shout out to them too. So we've kind of like bridged that gap between building a community, making somewhat of a name for ourselves. But we're not big in any sense. But you would never go to Forealzies' stream or my stream and we act like we're the biggest thing. That's one tip I can maybe give to youngins coming up. And it's maybe this is just a personal thing which pisses me off, is when guys talk like the groot kop, bro. Like the way they tweet and stuff, like they have thousands of followers. I do not like that.
Bro, there's so many. There's a couple of men out in the world right now that are streamers that need a proper PK, bro.
They
I'm just
do.
gonna put that
They
out
do.
there.
Yes. And there's O's that have a vibe about them, and they tweet these things that, like, sure, if you were Shroud and you tweeted this thing out, that makes sense. But other than that, it's like, who are you talking to, bro? Like, I don't want to be rude. Like, who are you talking to? But that might just be a personal thing. I've never been one for airing out my dirty laundry online. I've never been like on Facebook saying my leafy, my boo boo. I've never been that kind of guy. I think Forealzies is very similar to me in that regard, even though he's more active on socials. I just see some of these oaks and I'm like, dude, just rather.
Hey, bro, I found the secret, I found the
secret
perfect
sauce.
mix for me,
Yeah.
Like, I think building your community is like very important on like the type of person you are. So everybody that follows me on, like, say Twitter is probably where I got my biggest following. They know me as me. You know, like I don't ever tweet about like random stuff. Every now and then I complain about something, but that's like once a month.
a valid thing,
I'll be
yeah.
like, this guy,
Yeah.
what a puss, you know.
You're not Karen all day,
Yeah,
dude.
but most of the time I'm just posting like, yo, check out this dope band
Yeah.
or something, you know. It's just things that I like really,
Yeah.
and I cultivated that for myself, and it
That's
took
true, though.
years.
That's true, though.
And it's working for me.
Yeah.
Like I get really good engagement on pretty much everything that I post.
All your platforms.
Yeah.
But wait, before we go into the signing with NIBBLE, how did that happen? And then we'll talk about your brand and the recent rebrand you went through. I'd say recent, time flies, but it's probably been over a
I'm
year
already
now.
thinking of a new
New
rebrand.
one.
Yeah, but anyway.
I like that. I like that vibe right now, personally speaking. I think it's gears with the glitchy thing and the logo and the kopiekie wat daar is. But let's talk about NIBBLE, because we keep on veering off. So how did the NIBBLE thing go about?
Okay, so NIBBLE was like sort of on my radar. I'd always been interested in like, you know, esports and organizations.
All
and
the
stuff
local
like that.
ones.
And especially local ones. And NIBBLE was on my radio because they were just doing things different.
They do. And that's why I wanted Glenn in
like,
here.
I can say we do, but
You
anyway.
you do. Are you the dude playing the dude that's the dude?
That dude, yeah.
That
the
dude.
yeah, for sure. I'm that dude.
Everyone's just giving me a little look there, dude.
They were, you know, just doing things differently. It wasn't about like, yo, check how cool our team is, or, you know, montage clips.
Yeah.
Awesome, you know. They were like pushing out really dope merch and like
From a lifestyle point of view.
and
This is
and
what
like they were going after the lifestyle of gaming and not necessarily,
gaming.
you know, like championship gaming.
Yeah.
And that really appealed to me. And what happened was they put out like apply to be a content creator.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Back then, yeah.
And that was in January, not last year, the year before.
2020.
Have I been with them that long already?
I think you've been with them for 2 years at least. Time
Something
flies,
like that.
bro.
Time flies, bro. I can't even remember. But it was January 2020 or 2021.
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
remember. Yo, it's probably 2020. No,
Yeah.
I can't remember. Whatever. Dude.
So you entered it. Like any
Yeah, I
any
entered
other
it.
bro could just
Yeah,
could-
any old bra could just like, you know, fill in the application.
And by that time you had a little bit of a community, you made a little bit of a name for yourself.
Yeah, so I think what actually may have helped me was that I played some games with Krim.
Okay.
Krim is part of NIBBLE.
Yeah.
He's basically like
What's Krim's role now?
He's like the man that does everything.
He's the man that does everything.
Yeah, he's like the man that I contact when I need something.
Okay.
You know
I've
what I
got
mean?
NIBBLE's website open, yeah, guys. We're gonna read some stuff out of it now, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure what the exact title is.
Yeah.
He's basically my daddy.
He's
you know, like,
Papa
pops,
Nibs.
You know, whenever I need something, I contact him, and he just makes sure that everyone's, you know,
Yeah.
ready and you know, organizes all the shoots and stuff like that.
But how did you get the? Okay, so you entered the thing and they chose
so
you.
I was. What happened was I was playing on a Rust server. It was Caramel Gamers streamer server
thing, yeah.
You know, like Rust was going through a bit of like a vibe, which I think is about to happen again.
Again,
now.
yeah, it goes up and down.
Yeah, was going through a bit of a vibe where people were RPing
Yes,
in Rust.
yes.
So they would like split half the map to be full on fighting and the other half
RP.
RP.
Yeah.
And I got invited to Caramel Gamer server, and I was playing on that. And Krim was part of my crew that I, you know,
Okay.
and I got to meet him.
You guys hit it off.
Yeah, we hit it off quite nice.
Yeah.
We sang Wonderwall together. It was a lovely time. And then he was the person that was like, "Yo, bro, you should maybe enter this thing. You know, send in your application. You don't even know what could happen."
Well, application.
I mean,
Why
keep
not?
this under the books, but maybe had a little bit of influence there. But I have asked before, and it was mostly like my vision and the questions that I answered. You know, that
I mean,
they were
anybody
like,
that sees you Forealzies would be like, this dude is a vibe. So I don't think it was putting a good word. I think it's just you, bro. It's just you, bro.
So like, I think the questions were, you know, something like, who are your favorite orgs in the world, and who are your favorite streamers in the
NIBBLE.
world? You know, I did plug them within their own question. I won't lie about that. You gotta,
You have to.
you know, stroke the boat every now and then.
Yeah.
Is that even a saying?
No,
Stroke
stroke. What's it, Ron? It's stroke the.
float the boat? I don't know.
You
Whatever.
gotta stroke the. It feels very sexual. Like
It does feel very sexual. That's why I was like, whoa, wait, hold up.
stroke your own ego. I don't know. Anyways, so you entered it and they were like, cool, welcome to the family.
They really did like a proper interview, like a vocal interview, and they were like, yo, you want to be part of Nibble?
And you don't have to answer this, bro, but a lot of people think when you sign, you've made it now, bro. You've made it. But that's not the case. And I think Nibble's transparent with this, and I can speak the same for Omnius. It's not like I didn't really get anything except the dope-ass recognition that you're part of an org.
Yeah,
Other than that...
Look, I've got a lot of support, and, I've got, access to designers or editors or those kinds of things. Like, gaming in this country hasn't reached a point just yet, where you can be expected to be earning like massive salaries and stuff. Hey, look, I'm just gonna put this out there. Nibble's gonna get it there for us.
Nibble's on the up and up, bro. Nibble's on the up and up.
Yeah.
So we were talking about Nibble as a brand and what they're doing, and that's something that struck me personally a lot about this brand. And I spoke about the brand with you a few times as well, where I was like, dude, Nibble's doing dope shit, bro. Like it's exactly what you said. You hit the nail on the head there earlier. It's not just a gaming org trying to get the wins. It's lifestyle. The collab that you guys did recently with the Comfy series.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sucks. Yeah.
Amazing. I will bring some of that stuff on stream when I do eventually edit these things. So one man team, let's go LevelFox. No, I'm joking. I got Ruan and I still got to edit it inside. But we're a small team, guys. So we're very humble. Still looking for that big sponsorship. Logo space right here.
There's also a little bit over here.
A little bit of there. I mean, we're not sponsored by Funko Pops. This is literally from my desk from home.
Eventually, you don't even have to have the guest. You just put a whole sponsor in front of the guest.
And this episode, now we go to our sponsor break, and I just read them out, dude. Doritos, KFC for an hour. That's what we do. But anyways, we digress. So Nibble for me personally, that's why I wanted Glenn in here today, but unfortunately couldn't make it. So shout outs again to Forealzies across here. Going on 1 hour sleep. Got Ruth to call him. And he probably thought it was an emergency going on. It's just LevelFox wants to come talk to you.
It's still kind of an emergency,
it is,
you know. You got to be there for your homies.
You got to help out the CEO.
I love Glenn.
That's what I talked about, Glenn.
He's a very inspiring individual. That
Do you know a little bit of his backstory? How did Nibble start? I mean, I could keep that for when I see him. But do you know?
I think you should probably keep that for him. Like he's got an interesting story.
Yeah.
Man has seen things and done things, you know what I mean? He's got a pretty successful background in a lot of things.
A lot of things.
Yeah, he's put his finger in many different pies.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway.
Stroking and pies.
All I can say is that man operates at 120% all the time.
He's always busy, bro.
All the time.
I respect that. I had the honor of meeting him once at the showdown. He actually pulled through. So shout out, Glenn. Thank you. He pulled through. And a lot of local big homies pulled through. The showdown, in terms of numbers, wasn't that great, I'll be honest with you guys, but it was a good showpiece for what is possible.
Hey, look, it was your first attempt. To be honest, the first proper LAN in, like, the country for, like, 3 years or something stupid.
Thank you, dude. Thank you. So it was the first one. And it was a success. I mean, it put a spotlight on a lot of things, and I think it's quite kind of crazy that Bravado and Orlando Pirates with the whole... Rocket League success they had recently, that they were the two teams that were in that LAN in the finals. It's crazy, bro. It's literally those two again competing, but also keeping the SSA flag up high.
Yeah. South Africa's doing well with the Rocket League scene, hey?
Shout out to the boy cheese, bro.
Shout out to Noobslash, my dude.
Dude, okay, so there's a lot of South African things happening also. So Noobslash, dude, also genuinely great guy. He pulled through for the showdown as well. He was willing to help out wherever he could. Shout outs to you, homie, and it was actually
We see you,
bro, and it actually brought a little tear to my eyes. There was a photo, I think, of you and the Orlando Pirates crew and their captain all in one stage, and it was just ZA there.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Freaking Noobslash looking all professional there,
bro. Like
headphones and stuff. It's
bring me some of those hats.
Someone that you know on like a stage like that.
It's
dude.
crazy.
It's crazy.
Yo, Noobslash, bring me some of those hats, dude. I'll give you. Speaking of hats, dude, just hold on. Speaking of hats, just give me a second. Yeah. Am I talking loud to you because I got my earphones?
No, you Gucci. You Gucci.
We need Need to present you with
Oh!
Yeah, there we go.
Dang,
bro.
you've been saying you get one of these
There
for
it
a
is,
long
bro.
time, man.
I just needed to give that to you.
Look at this thing, eh?
Oh,
It's nice.
top quality,
Nice.
guys.
I've always loved this logo. Your whole all your designs for like everything you do is pretty dope, eh?
Thanks, dude. I'm
Nice and
very
clean.
I'm very minimalistic with my
Yeah.
designs. Some people say that's lazy,
Oh.
but I mean,
I
it
don't know,
works.
dude. I don't know. It works. People don't realize that simple design isn't as simple as you think it is. You know.
It's all about that negative white space, bro.
Bro, imagine how long it took to get that PlayStation logo, bro.
I mean,
Yes.
this shout out to PlayStation as well, bro. One of the OGs. What Xbox 360 versus PlayStation 3? What do you say? That was a
Your
tough
Xbox
one.
360, I'm gonna have to go with it, hey.
Yeah.
But then PS4 over
Oof, then they.
Yeah.
So okay, let's go from the start. PS1 1.
PS1 1,
PS2 1,
Yeah.
Xbox 360 1.
Yeah.
So we're talking,
Yeah.
guys, if you're tuning in, you're obviously a gamer. So you're listening to Spotify or watching us on your YouTubes and stuff. But if you're not a gamer, we're talking about the eras of the console generations and who won. We can't talk about Nintendo because that's just in a different league. The handheld
league,
kind of
yeah.
like, Joel, just, I mean, if you need your Mario and your Zelda kick, that's where you go. You don't have a choice.
Unfortunately, never really got into Nintendo
Me neither.
myself. I'd love to. It's not that I didn't want to. It's just it was never affordable for me, you know. Unfortunately.
I actually own a Switch, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't really fell in love with it yet. I want to fall in love with
I
it.
think there's some games that would make you fall in love
I
with
think
it.
Zelda. If I play,
You got Zelda. You don't have Zelda, do you?
I have Breath of the Wild on the Wii U,
Oh, okay.
but not on the Switch, bro.
Okay,
So
yeah, I
did-
think that's the game.
I would
that's-
definitely love that, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Okay, so we were talking about console wars. So PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, then PS4 came back swinging.
Yeah, I came back swinging quite hard, and
And-
currently now.
It's hot on the heels, but I think it's Sony again, bro.
Yeah, I think it might be the PlayStation again, but I don't have personal experience myself.
But Xbox changing the market
Mm-hmm.
tremendously with the Game
Games
Pass.
Pass, yeah.
I will just say this right now. I'm all for subscription based.
Sure, bro, you can see my subscription list. It is actually wild. I'm a slut for subscriptions.
Me
bro.
too, bro. I might have the Ubisoft one as well. I might have the
I might have EA
one
I
too.
might have Ubisoft. I might have
Xbox.
Xbox. Might have PlayStation.
I have the PlayStation one too. Because
might have Netflix. Might have all of them, bro.
we have them all.
Disney. You
It's-
name it, bro.
It's the way the market
Prime.
formed. Prime. I got my Prime too. I got my
Hey,
Prime.
don't forget that you can
Free.
You can
Once a
get
month.
a free sub using Prime
Go-
once a month. Eh?
Go hit up Forealzies and use your Prime, guys. I'm gonna use my Prime as soon as I get home on him. But it changed the market, bro,
Really did.
for the better, in my opinion. Because in the long run, they're gonna make more money off you, but you're not gonna live forever.
No.
And the amount of thousands of rands of what you would have paid per
Yeah.
AAA title.
I'm thinking like how much I actually have saved. I've
Oh,
tried to
bro.
calculate it recently,
Cock buyer, bro.
and I saved a lot of money on, because it's often there's a time where I like look at the games list and you're like, I feel like playing something new, but you don't actually really want to spend money.
No, you don't.
You know, and then you like got all these subscription services where you're like, you know what, I haven't played that yet. I
Why
can
not
play
give
that
it a
now.
go, bro?
I'm already paying anyway.
How feels
so-
you, bro? And the thing is, like, you have the Ubisoft one, Assassin's Creed, Far Cry. Feeling you want to play one of the old ones, the classics, go ahead. I've been wanting to get to Origins and all the
I'm
newer
so
versions.
glad that I got EA because I got to try Battlefield 2042 before.
Oh,
I
yeah.
paid
Are you
for it.
glad that you
before I paid for it? You know what I mean? Like,
Bro, 20 dude, guys, let's just take a moment here. How did they fuck that up so badly, dude?
it's the man, bro. Like we've spoken about
Yeah, but
the
how
man.
do you go from Battlefield 5, the ones, the previous one 4, that was
Yeah.
probably the best one.
They do have a track record of not releasing a finished game, though. You
Yes.
must remember that because
But
they did that with Battlefront.
Yo,
2.
but bro.
They did it with BF5.
Yeah, but bro, that pile of
BF1.
shit that came out of 2042.
Yeah, I know.
It
And
was
it's
lifeless.
still
dude.
cuck
It's
at
still
the
cuck.
moment, yeah.
The everything from not having in-game chat, a leaderboard system, and I'm not even talking about glitches now. Let's not even talk about glitches and weird things. No optimized, and I'm not even a big Battlefield fan. I'm just an angry gamer with all the other gamers because I don't get it, dude.
I was a Battlefield fan. I played Battlefield extensively on the console.
Beautiful games, dude.
Beautiful games.
Like
3
you-
and 4 were
And
mind-blowingly
you
good,
would
bro.
run in Battlefield and you'd be like, dude, am I running in a trailer right now? Like, I just running and there's helicopters and explosions and you're like, dude, this is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden 2042 comes around. I thought this is perfect timing for them to get in the
Yeah.
modern era back in there.
Yeah, get back into
compete
the
with
game,
Warzone. And when Call of Duty are battlefielding better than battlefielding,
Yeah, it's
then you
kinda
know there's
scary, and it's
an
not even
issue.
that good of a battlefield either. You know,
Bro, I re-downloaded it the other day again.
Warzone.
I know Battlefield 2042 because
2042, okay.
they've worked on it, right? They've done.
Yeah, I keep seeing Jack Frags posting videos. Is he being paid for those? Who knows?
Nice.
You know, because like every now and then it's like once a week at least. Or Jack Frags is like, they've improved 2042. It's like, like, what have they improved?
They put some cover down. They finally put some cover down in the middle of the map.
I saw a video last week. He's like, they've improved Battlefield 2042. What have they done?
No,
like, she got dirt on her face now. It's like, okay, cool, bro. So the models look different.
They
Rad.
made the models look more grittier. Yeah, no, I don't know. But anyways, we are on 45 minutes. How long did we got there, Mr. Director, man? 15. Okay, I want to talk about RP a little bit.
Okay.
For people that know what RP is, it's
Yes, we've
stuff
gone
for
all
role
over the
play.
place on this. Sorry, podcasters.
What's that? Oh.
We've gone all over the place.
No,
on
we
this
got,
one.
but this is the thing. It's this freeform podcasting.
Yeah.
What is this, Director? Oh, this is the. I'm gonna press the button. Should I press one of these buttons? But you won't hear this now.
No.
Never mind.
What was it?
That was a little drum roll, dude. The Battlefield 2042 was a great game. We're gonna
Okay, right, no.
we'll work on this.
Yeah. So,
Should I put a fart sound in? I don't know.
No.
It's all, we were the
Maybe
kind of
maybe
people.
put like a scream in. You know,
Scream.
a typical stream thing.
Or I should get like multi kill.
No, the knocking
Excellent.
door one, bro.
Excellent.
Get all the viewers to look around their room.
Okay, we digress again. So RP. A lot of people know role playing games. What the genre is, generally speaking. But there's a very different kind of RP that genuinely takes the word role playing more serious, and it's a worldwide phenomenon, especially in Grand Theft Auto. But as Forealzies mentioned earlier, there's a lot of games that kind of take the RP role. Let me talk about what RP is quickly. RP is taking a game that you know, but then you kind of re-change the games, the service, the mods to actually have a pseudo kind of realistic vibe to it. So like you really play a game envisioning that you are that character. And what type of game or world better than Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah.
Because Grand Theft Auto is a bit of a mockery at first world American capitalism and all that kind of stuff, right? So it works perfectly well in that world. So Grand Theft Auto has a mod called 5M. You install it as long as you own a Grand Theft Auto on your hard drive and it's not copied or whatever. You can basically join any server. Most of these servers are whitelist for good reason, because you can't just have any bra running around and shooting people, because that's what RP is.
Yeah.
You won't run around and right now and get caught at a bra and shoot at him. Okay. I mean, I know this is South Africa, but that's not going to happen. That's not. You don't walk every day and there's bullets swinging around your corp.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a guy driving with
Some dude just stealing cars all the time, bro.
and an Alfa Ferrari doing 360s. Yeah, no, that's not what RP is about. But some people in South Africa roleplay don't get it. They don't get what it is.
Yeah.
So how did? Okay, so that's a little bit background of role playing. People that know me know that was my life for a while. I think that's where I kind of made a name for myself in South Africa gaming, was because of role playing. I never seen my YouTube channel shot up that much when I was role
you were
playing.
doing some good numbers with the role playing.
It was nuts, and then it took over my life for a little bit. I ended up becoming a chief of police in the role playing, and then my fiance was like, "Hey, do you remember me IRL?" And I was like, a couple of months later, like, I was trying to get.
I got a wife. I got a fiance. Ooh.
I've been shitting my pants in this. I probably need to go.
It's like that South Park scene, bro, with Kenny. Mom, break the bucket.
So how are you finding role playing? Do you think it's a hit? Do you think there's merit for it to grow in South Africa? What's your vibe?
I feel like there is definitely merit for it to grow in South Africa. Unfortunately, South Africans like winning, bro, and I think that's the problem.
Yes, dude.
I think that's the main problem with most
BBB!
most South Africans is that I want to win all the time, dude. So they will meta game.
Yeah.
And they will power game as well. Meta gaming and power gaming terms in RP, but basically metagaming is using information that your character's not supposed to know.
So if you're looking at a dude's stream.
Yeah, so if you stream sniping if you reading Discord chats and stuff and you find information through that
of another guy's
you can
character.
use in your game to benefit you, it's called metagaming.
And to put it in perspective, guys, within the RP world, it's like the devs create scenarios where it's a bank heist or you can go crops or a lot of illegal activities. It all boils down to cops versus robbers at the end of the day. But what you do in between that is so much. So you are creating scenes effectively. Improving.
Improving is basically what you're doing the whole time. You know, I mean, obviously you can prepare some scenarios. Like for example, you want to do a bank heist, and you can like prepare how you're gonna escape and those kind of things. You know. And it's very interesting. It's massive
cool.
space for content.
It is.
I'm not gonna lie, dude.
It's great content, bro.
Yeah, so I've been trying to figure out like how I'm gonna turn my RP into content now, and it's gonna be tough because there's a lot. There's a lot.
You can always just also stream on YouTube. I don't know if you've ever thought of doing that.
Streaming on YouTube.
This is for me personally. You know, I'm on both platforms. So I kind of started on YouTube, but I don't want to talk too much about myself here, but guys that are sickling on YouTube for watch time hours and you like there and you want to get your 1,000 subs and then monetization, stream. Because you fall in this trap where you're only streaming on Twitch or Facebook gaming and your little clips on your YouTube videos and stuff is seconds of view time, but you need, I think it's 4,000 hours of view time in the last 12 months. That's minimum for getting monetized on YouTube.
That's crazy, hey?
On top of 1,000 subs.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I am still busy with that road
like,
trip.
look, my YouTube channel's barely got anything on it right now, you know.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well,
I'll get there one day. It's a platform that I just haven't really put too much attention to.
Yeah, but where you are, it makes sense. It makes sense to stick to Twitch. But that being said, loading up content on other platforms is very important.
Actually,
That was another thing, because we spoke earlier about guys going like, oh, why am I not getting a break and stuff? It's like, dude, you're not loading. You're literally only posting when you're going live, bro.
Yeah.
You're not posting clips of good vibes. And a lot of people have this idea in their head, or they're too scared to release something. But, bro, just put it out there, bro.
It was this piece of advice. I can't remember who said it. It's like a famous person. He was talking about art specifically, and he was saying something like, when you're battling and you haven't finished a piece and you're really struggling and you think it's about 80% done, it's done, bro.
It's done, dude. Move on. That's true.
You'll never perfect it.
Because you're also self-critical about your own shit, dude.
Yeah, like I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to art or design or even content as well. Like when I start like working on something or editing something, I get lost in the source, my dude.
Yeah.
Like so lost in it. So it's like a skill that I need to learn, you know. Otherwise I'm just never gonna post anything.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I can always do this better. I can always do it better. And
I,
you're like,
I fall in the same trap, dude.
How often do you post a video and then delete it like a week later?
I used to back in the day. I was like, this thing is not getting views. I'm deleting. And most recently with YouTube Shorts, I found quite success in it.
Oh, really?
Some of my, like I've one random Project Zomboid clip that's not even 30 seconds long. And it's about to hit 15K views.
Oh, that's pretty impressive.
And it's not even my main thing.
Yeah.
I loaded it up and I'm looking at this like, why? Why you, dude?
Yeah,
like,
why? All the clips in the world, yeah.
I don't think we'll ever understand the algorithms, bro.
No.
You won't understand
it. It's even for me, like TikTok algorithms also kind of confuse me. But I think that's got to do with the hashtags that you use actually in your clips with TikTok.
A lot of things
a
on
lot of different things.
Timing, placement. Talk about timing, how we're looking there, minute? 7 minutes. But I agree with you, it's about timing, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I noticed that when I post my TikToks at like 3 a.m. in the morning, they will do better than any other time.
But I think that's because more Americano Mensa is seeing at that time slot, bro. And I figured that out as well. It's like, we South Africa, but Oak's supposed to remember that your contents get seen around the world and you don't know who's going to see that. So
yeah, exactly.
It's a weird one, Bruce. So I see you regularly posting clips and stuff on Twitter. You have a TikTok. We'll put all those details down at the bottom of this video. Do you like send your clips to Nibble and the team helps you out? Or do you sometimes just chop up your own stuff?
Not currently. I've been doing all my own editing.
Okay.
The one edited video that Nibble has done for me is my intro video.
Okay.
And it bangs.
It bangs, dude.
Lord, it's so good.
It's the glitchy one, bro.
Yeah.
And then the logo appears with
Yeah, with
it's
the banging song.
It's
and
more,
the- yeah, it's a banger.
So we briefly, before we spoke about your brand, and you're kind of looking at rebranding again.
Yeah.
Like, are you happy on the trajectory of your look and feel? Are you happy with it right now?
Yeah, I feel like it's always getting a little bit more professional, a little bit more clean. You know, like when I first started, it was all wild and crazy and colors everywhere.
Yeah.
And like, you know, a lot of space being taken on the gaming screen.
Yeah.
And like just a whole bunch of stuff. And
Yeah.
now I've started like cleaning it down.
That's good advice right
bring
there.
it down, you know, just making things that is important. You're able to see it, you know.
100%.
You know, like it's, for me, I don't really like watching streams that have like all this clutter, especially on the gaming scenes.
Brew. That's big facts right there, dude.
You know, like I love that like people like Shroud
So
and
minimum, bro.
Summit and stuff have like moved everybody over to like having just a cam without the big borders.
That's it, dude.
And the crazy things going
Clean.
on, you know, just clean.
Clean, dude.
You know, and like it's tough though.
And you've got the
Tough.
Rachel crop right now.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's becoming trendy kind of vibes I've seen around. A lot of
Yeah.
dudes doing the uppy one.
Yeah, the
versus
9x16 instead of the 16x9. Yeah.
But I'm so traditionalist, dude.
Yeah, you see, for me, it's another thing about clutter.
Yeah, because it takes less
It
vertical,
takes less
horizontal
space, yeah.
space. So.
Yeah, it takes less horizontal space, and you know, then you see more of the game or
Yeah.
whatever it is that they're doing.
That's a good tip for anybody at home. Less is always more. We hopped on it a little bit earlier about LevelFox's branding and how I see design. It's true though, and a lot of you guys, when you set up a scene and you're seeing it on your small screen or your 23-inch or 22-inch, and you're stretching it so that you can see it better, just remember that some dudes are watching it on a 40-inch, so it's going to be double,
Yeah.
triple the size. So just because you want to see your things legible in this little blocky, just remember that it's like
Yeah,
massive somewhere else.
And then also remember that some people watch on their cell phones. So.
Then it's also like,
Yeah.
can't even see the game, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just very interesting, yeah. Design, but you must always also design for like
Yeah.
yourself, though.
100%.
Try and find yourself. Like my vibe is like I love, you know, like kunai masks and Japanese things, and
yeah.
that's why my logo is a kunai mask with
Yeah.
like freaking swords going through it, you know.
What's speaking of logos and stuff, and before we end it, I just had a brilliant idea. We should probably fit check all our dudes that come in here. So like, you're looking quite a fly today, dude. Like before we end off, how many minutes do we have here? 4 minutes.
Okay.
Give me a fit check. What shirt is that? What's the vibe here?
Oh, shit. Okay.
Just-
Should I stand up?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Ruan can come in with the camera quickly,
Okay,
bro.
okay,
Just
okay,
give us a
okay,
fit check, bro. But you're gonna have to speak into the mic, though.
I got you.
Okay, I want to know.
I got you.
Oh,
Can
bro,
you hear me?
you're doing the Vans top and bottom, yeah.
Oh,
bro.
well, it's not top and bottom, but yeah, it is.
Okay, let's start with the beanie, bro. At the top.
It's a Nike SB beanie. You
Excuse
know,
me.
a skater, have always been. And this is a Vans, I think it's Jerry Crockett signature, workman jackets. Just normal
Normal pants.
pants, probably from Mr. Price or...
I mean, what more do you want from a normal
no idea
pants,
what these
bro?
are priced.
Yeah,
And then a pair
the
of
classic
Vans.
Vans, dude.
Yeah, pair of Vans, you know.
You're looking sick
Fantastic.
today, man. You're looking sick today.
you.
Cool,
Thank you,
man.
thank you.
Looking
Working.
great. I mean, I'm just representing PlayStation there with my fit check. Nothing too special. With
Yo, Vans want to sponsor me, bro.
I'm wearing the LevelFox Huiki, and if Vans wants to sponsor the show or Forealzies, please hoyas a likey.
Nibble will get hold of you soon.
Yeah.
Speak to my people, okay?
Speak to my people, bro. But Forealzies, it's been lovely having you. Thank you so much for coming in on short notice.
Thank you very much, bro.
I really, like I said to the viewers at home and anybody that's listening into this, I've known Forealzies for years, but I don't know Forealzies, so it's good to just kind of chat and hear your history. And things happen for a reason, man. We're sending Glenn good vibes. We know
Yeah.
he's okay, so we're thinking about you today, dude. Ruth, thank you so much for reaching out this morning and waking up Forealzies in an emergency to come do this shoot. And this will be episode 2 of the Sitdown. And thank you so much, Forealzies, for coming in, bro.
All right, Tommy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minion.